Welcome to the Wealthy Woman's Podcast, a podcast for high-achieving women who are great at making money but struggle to build wealth. You'll learn how to take control of your money, increase your net worth, and make more. Ladies, it's time to create a life with more money and more freedom. Let's dive in. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to day 2 of the Stop Overspending series. And I have a question for you all. Do you ever shop to feel better about yourself? If so, then today's episode is for you. Now, before I get into it, I want to remind you that we are in this series because we are leading up to my Stop Overspending course, which I am going to teach live beginning on October 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The class will be recorded. You are welcome to enroll in the course so that you can be a part of the live experience. Now, remember, if you join me live, you will not be on camera. You will be in listen-only mode when I teach the lessons within the course. And those are going to happen on Mondays. And then the following Wednesdays, you will be invited into a Zoom meeting where we will have Q&A and coaching all around what we're learning in class. Now, after the live class is recorded, this class will be for sale on my website, or you can go to the show notes to pick it up. So if you're listening to this episode and it's after December 2024, you can simply go to jermainefoley.com and purchase the course, and you will have it available to you on demand. And if you're listening to me and it's before October 28th, you can join me live and take advantage of the Q&A and coaching sessions that will be happening during the live course. Okay? All you got to do is go to jermainefoley.com/SOS. All the details, all the dates, everything you need to know is on that webpage at jermainefoley.com/SOS, or you can go to the show notes and click on that link about the Stop Overspending course and get all the details. All right, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. So let me remind you of the question I asked. Do you ever shop to feel better about yourself? If the answer is yes, then today is for you because we are going to look at the connection between overspending and self-worth. Okay? Here's what I want you to know, and here is what I know for sure. Sometimes when we feel inadequate, that leads us to do something that I call buffer. A buffering activity is an activity that you do to prevent yourself from feeling a negative emotion. Some people buffer with shopping, some people buffer with food, and there are so many other ways you can buffer, but it's just a way to cushion yourself from feeling a negative emotion. And one of the worst negative emotions that we as humans can feel is unworthiness. And that's because we were created in the image of God. I am a Christian. I am a God girl. I believe in the Bible. And it says that we are created in the image of God. Human beings are God's masterpiece. We are the only species in the world that can think, we can talk, we can create things. Like, we are amazing. And whenever you don't know how amazing you are, whenever you are questioning your worthiness, that is out of alignment with who you really are, and it feels awful inside. And a lot of us have been told by people, by society, that we're not good enough. We're not pretty enough. We're not thin enough. We're not smart enough. And we believe those lies. Let me tell you how I know you believe them. If you answered the question that you shop to feel better about yourself, there's a chance that you believe some of the lies that society tells you about yourself. Now, if you didn't believe the lies, then it wouldn't be a problem. Right? So if somebody came up to you and was like, oh my God, I hate your blue hair, and you don't have blue hair, you would just look at them side eye. You wouldn't believe them, and you wouldn't even have any negative emotions about yourself. Now, you might have some emotions about them, like, who are you? Where you come from? Are you colorblind? Can I help you? Right? But when it comes to you, you would be like, no, I'm good. And nothing against blue hair. This is just an example. Because the only time we really feel bad about ourselves when other people say things about us is when we believe what they've said. And so when we believe the messages that society and maybe even family members or friends that you encountered when you were younger said about us, I know this is true for me. Like, I had people say the most horrible things about me when I was younger. And for a long time, that affected me. And I know that's why I overspent. I know that's why I was constantly trying to buy things to prove that I was worthy and I was good enough, right? And that could be your story too. And so today, what I want you to know is that if you are buying things to make yourself feel like you're enough, that makes a lot of sense. Because like I said, one of the worst things that you can feel is a feeling of inadequacy and unworthiness, because it is so out of alignment with who you are. We were created fully worthy, fully enough, fully amazing. And when we don't know that, when we doubt that, it feels awful because it's not the truth. And so if that's something you're struggling with, I want to tell you that it makes sense. Of course, you would try to fix that feeling with shopping or any other thing because it feels horrible. But what if you can fix that feeling by simply coming into alignment with who you really are? So instead of believing that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, that you're not pretty enough, that you're not thin enough, what if you just decided that all of it was lies and that you are good enough, that you are worthy? Because you were born that way. You can't even do anything about your worthiness. It was given to you on the day you were born. You can't take it away from you. No one else can take it away from you. It is 100% secure. So why not just believe it? Because it's true. And when you can believe that, then you can escape the cycle of spending to make yourself feel better, to impress other people, to fulfill a void that shouldn't even be there in the first place. Because here's the thing, whenever we try to fill an internal void with something external, it doesn't work. It backfires. And if you're using your money to do that, you're going to run out of money because it will never work. You will never, ever, ever be able to fill an internal void. If you are telling yourself that you're not worthy and that you're not good enough, you will never, ever be able to fill that with stuff. Stuff is material things that have nothing to do with your internal well-being, with your internal emotions. So it can't do it. It can't fix it. And so you will literally run out of money trying to do it. And that is one of the reasons why so many of us we don't have as much money as we want, even though we make good money, because we're using it to try to fill an emotional internal void that cannot be filled that way. The only way that void will be filled is if you come into alignment with who you really are. And so back to my statement earlier, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. And the Bible says we are made in God's image. It also says that human beings are beautifully and wonderfully made. I believe we are powerful. We are creative. We are beautiful. We are enough exactly the way we are. And when we do not believe this about ourselves, we feel bad, we lack confidence, and we lack self-esteem. And then we attempt to try to fill those internal voids with external things. And remember, it never, ever, ever will work because it's impossible. So for those of us who spend for validation from others, to look a certain way, to fit in, or to feel more successful, our efforts will always fall flat, leaving us feeling empty. Again, getting into alignment with who you really are is the only way that you will feel better. And then that void is filled, and then you won't need to spend money and to overspend and to overshop to compensate, okay? Because you are amazing. You are worthy. You are enough. You are intelligent. You are beautiful. You are powerful. And when you start believing this about yourself, then you open up the floodgates for the ability to be able to build wealth. So if this resonates with you, then you are invited to join me inside of the Stop Overspending course live, because this is the stuff we will work on. We will get to the root causes. If you're believing something about yourself that isn't true, that is out of alignment with who you really are, then it makes sense why you're overspending. It makes sense why you're buffering with an activity that is cushioning you from feeling that awful feeling of unworthiness. And I want to help you to fix that root cause, to know who you truly are, to know that you are 100% worthy. And you're still going to spend, but it will be from a place of joy, from a place of knowing who you are and just out of pure enjoyment versus out of lack, versus from a place of trying to prove yourself or to someone else. So if you're ready, I would love to help you come into alignment with who you really are so that you can build up your confidence and your bank account at the same time. All you have to do is go to jermainefoley.com/SOS. You'll get the dates. You'll get everything you need to know to get started. And remember, if you join me live, you will also get access to live Q&A and coaching sessions. And remember, you can go to jermainefoley.com/SOS. That's Jermaine with a G, or simply go to the show notes and sign up. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, before you go, if you're ready to create a life with more money and more freedom, then you're invited to join the Wealthy Woman's Academy, my signature coaching program where you'll learn how to take control of your money and build wealth without sacrificing your lifestyle. To get started, head on over to jermainefoley.com/WWA. That's Jermaine with a G. See you over there. Bye-bye.